Week 3 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Christian Kirksey, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Texans and the Jaguars, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the second overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And now off to the races, down the right side, inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his third season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away, because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Second down, here's a run with Bigsby. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now we get a look at their most recent draft class, and you need to get real familiar with some of these names here, because this front office thinks that these are going to be guys that have an impact for them on Sundays for years to come.
I think you're exactly right about that, and what I know about this group doing the drafting is not all about instant value when they put their class together. They wanted every pick to be somebody they see as a starter, maybe not today, but someone they can develop to make him one within the first couple of seasons. How about their strategy? All about long-term upside, and they added a ton of it this spring.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Bigsby. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Still very early in the season, obviously, CD, but already key injuries that they've had to deal with.
And what's really difficult for a team is to try and maintain their focus when they feel like they've been a little bit snake-bitten. It feels like every time they turn around, another injury crops up. How do they manage to hang together, get guys to play a little bit above their heads, and make sure that they're still afloat when their starters make it back?
They go play action with Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his big tight end, Farrell, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Bigsby. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And Bigsby once more. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 3rd and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively. Bigsby. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. 3rd down and 6. As they've got it as we resume action. Stroud on 3rd down now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up...
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
That's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Agnew now to return. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Bigsby with a carry to begin the series.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Lawrence. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Touchdown, Texans. Takedown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice.
He's got him in, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A run here with Bigsby. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The Jaguars at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 4th down coming. We still haven't seen a punt yet. At least here, they're in a reasonable spot to go for it.
This I can understand. Some of the others, not so much.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Bigsby into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Another run by Bigsby. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Take Bigsby, punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars are back within a score. The extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Houston set to take over. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Stroud. That is caught by Dell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He's got his man, that's Woods on the out route. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On first down, here's Stroud. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bigsby.
He'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
They'll set up a screen for Bigsby.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
Desmond King picks him. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for the Jags' first down.
Here's Lawrence.
Out to his left. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
On the carry, Bigsby. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And they've gone to the half with the score 14-7. J.K. Dobbins with a touchdown run. From there, we'll stay in the AFC North and head over to Cleveland to check on the Browns. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Robbie Anderson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. It's Desmond Ridder with a touchdown pass there. We saw Dameon Pierce put together a strong performance in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call of the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now Lawrence.
He'll buy some time right. And it is caught. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
This is caught. And he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Take Bigsby
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Whether it's offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
And Stroud now to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
On the bootleg, Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Stroud now on second down. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Here's Pierce. Is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Now Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans put together a 4th-quarter drive to take the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They go play action now. Lawrence on the move to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send Kirk in motion right. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. Lawrence on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Shoves him aside. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Fights through him, escapes the defender.
And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
First down, Texans.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they